When witches are hired, the church is blind. When the CONMEN are hired for prayer, the church is blind. When the same clergy are hired, they are also blind. Ruto succeeded.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from whatever you're watching this channel. Now, I've been giving you analysis on M-Pesa bishops, M-Pesa pastors. Those pastors or those clergies who have always been aligned or allied to William Ruto. Lately, we also did an analysis on this same clergy who are now advising William Ruto, reminding him that zile vitu wanafanya sio zile tulielewana. So we've done those analysis. We've also been doing analysis on this prophet.
Ruto's charms seems to be swallowing Raila Odinga into miscarrying the noble destiny that God ordained for him.
Yes, that is Prophet Shama. And this prophet is one of the prophets who has been prophesying things related to William Ruto's government. And he's also been prophesying things related to Raila Odinga. So in this analysis, I'd like to bring to you a video or a message that this prophet has related to both Raila and William Samoei Ruto. The prophet Shama has told William Ruto that you are using charms to convince Raila Odinga to forfeit his dream of being the president of Kenya. And in his prophecy and the word that he has released in the video that I'll share with you, so the prophet is telling Raila Odinga that if you fall to William Ruto's charm, then you should know that you will be doomed. And in this message, he's talking about AU. Because suddenly, I don't know if you've noticed, I have discovered that all UDA leaders are now telling Raila Odinga, saying that Raila Odinga is fit to lead the continent.
The UDA party is pleased to appreciate Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga's decision to seek the chairmanship of the African Union Commission. The Right Honorable Odinga is undoubtedly an African luminary of unmatched capability. We join many across the continent in restating that Honorable Raila deserves the AU Commission chairmanship, given his distinguished accolades and contribution to the socio-political landscape of the East African region and the continent as a whole.
They are all of a sudden praising him. I have noticed a trend where even Mudavadi is now praising Raila Odinga.
The region has had a chance. The Central has had twice. The West has also had an opportunity. So one of the key elements was that alphabetically, if you go in terms of regions, this provides a good opportunity for the East African region to provide leadership for the African Union Commission, for the African Commission.
I've also noticed that even Gachagua seems to be seconding this move. But again, we understand that this is only safest way to have them ascend to power in 2027. Why? Because they believe that Kalonzo Musyoka cannot unseat them and will not unseat them. So they know that if Raila Odinga is kept busy with the continental job, then Raila will not have time for campaign. I don't know whether that is possible. I talked about Robert Mugabe's case, that he was AU chair at the same time the president, but he managed to juggle between the two positions. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing to you the message from Prophet Shama, and this message is being directed to Raila and Ruto. So kindly, before I share this video with you, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like this video so that YouTube can share it to other people who are not part of our audience. So watch this video.
And we're looking at Kenya on a free fall as Ruto charms Raila into miscarriage. Ruto charms Raila into miscarriage. Raila settling for AU position. There's a prophet's warning. Will be a confirmation of the prophecy I gave, that Raila Odinga is one man that is being hunted after. He was the only obstacle that stood between Kenya and fulfillment of destiny. He was the only hope that remained, at least to keep this nation and the government, this regime, on its toes. I remember I gave warnings about Ruto's regime. Should Ruto come into power, he shall swallow judiciary, he shall swallow parliament, and he shall swallow the opposition, and he shall swallow the church. Ruto isn't for Kenya's good. He was not, and he is not to date. He is not on the Lord's side. Those of us who may think this is trouble, I'm telling you, this is not, forget about tribes. We are talking about Kenya's destiny, a nation of 50 plus million people.
It seems that this matter, if Raila Amolo Odinga settles for it, the AU chair, you know, the Musafaki position, because we know that Musafaki is retiring soon. Word has it that by next year, February, he shall have exited the scene. So there is plan to already look for someone who will hold this, who will actually take over from that position. And I didn't want to talk about Obasanjo, but we know that Obasanjo is the first person who is pushing for this agenda. And if you've been looking at the online, you know, right now everybody's talking about BABA-4-AU. Raila Amolo Odinga being referred to as BABA-4-AU. So this is a very tricky situation for Raila Amolo Odinga, because some people are saying that Raila should not take that position, because if he does, then Wakenya wale ambao wamekuwa kimsupport wataachwa katika hali mbaya. People are saying, some are saying that Raila should ascend to this position because he is bigger than being the president of the Republic of Kenya. So he should just take this continental job because that is a very big job. I have not done so much research about the benefits, but I understand that the salary is close to 2.5. Then there's something like a private jet. There are privileges. And there are so many privileges that are given to the AU chair, who will be like the president of Africa. And, you know, all those international meetings, Raila Amolo Odinga will be able to attend, you know, in his capacity as the AU chair. So there are people in Azimio who are split between Raila should take this position or Raila should leave this position and just continue fighting for the people. Of course, the reason why Raila Amolo Odinga is where he is, and I think this is, is the fact that the people have been fighting for him and have been fighting to have him as the president of the Republic of Kenya. But if you look at Raila Amolo Odinga's age, nafikiri Wakenya itabidi wamsamehe Raila Amolo Odinga, wamwache tu ile achukue hii position ya AU chair, and then maybe a support kama Kalonzo Musyoka, because Kalonzo Musyoka is the only worthy competitor who can vie against William Ruto. Kalonzo has been with Raila Amolo Odinga, despite the fact that in 2007 alimsaliti, lakini he has been with Raila Amolo Odinga in the subsequent election. So yeye kitu afanye tu ni achukue tu hii position. I think Kenyans should just support him. But I've seen that so many people are now supporting Raila Amolo Odinga's agenda, being the AU chair. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of that prophecy from the prophet Shama when he tells Raila Amolo Odinga to be very careful about William Ruto's charms, that William Ruto is using this opportunity to finish Raila Amolo Odinga from the local politics?
And there is what Ruto represents, and there is what Raila Odinga represents. The church went into total slumber, and that is why the church is actually blind to the things that some of us know. Very sad. Very sad. I shared a vision some time back, and if the media cares, they'll show you that clip, its date as a confirmed prophecy. When I warned that I warned about the church being swallowed, and the effort by Ruto to make sure that anybody that can stand on his way, either you bow in or you are bowed out. Either you bow in or you are bowed out. That has been the mark of Ruto's regime. Either you are forced into agreeing to some things or you be silenced. So the tools that Ruto has employed includes money, influence, and on the side, he has duped the church and the church leaders. And so the church appears like saints, but they are masqueraders. They are real masqueraders. Today's Kenya's church and the clergy are not serving at the behest of the Most High God. They are serving at the behest of the king. So it has been worked out to blindfold, really blindfold those who have been able to see and to discern. So it is a play. It is a scheme. It is a conspiracy. It is really high-tech conspiracy in the realm of the spirit. And so you find all our archbishops, they are just blind. Those archbishops may look big and strong, maybe, but they cannot fool all of us. He pocketed the church and the top clergy. They are in his pocket.